All right. So this is the sentence in this case that is criminal case number 14 of the year 2026, where it is Uganda against Lin Hei-yun. So please listen to the sentence. Let him know that I said he should listen to the sentence. Lin Hei-yun, herein referred to as the convict, was charged with an offense of making gaming or betting machines available for use by the public without a license. That is an offense under section 67, subsection 1, paragraph C of the Lotteries and Gaming Act of this country. The particulars of the charge, as contained in the charge sheet in this case, were that the convict, between May 2023 between May in the year 2023 and January please, and January 2026 at OPI A cell, Soroti East Division, in Soroti City, that he made gaming machines which included 3 fish table machines and 90 Chinese coin slot machines available for use by the public. He made them available for use by the public, but without a license. The convict denied the charge, and the prosecution led witnesses and the convict defended himself. So he was convicted after full trial. Ms. Judith Nyamwija, Senior State Attorney from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, represented the prosecution, while counsel Mr. Lugogo Andrew Daniel represented the convict. The 2 lawyers made submissions here already yesterday in allocators, which I did consider while coming up with this sentence. The state prosecutor submitted that the offense which the convict committed has increased so much in this country especially in hard to reach areas, where enforcement teams cannot get daily.
还有说在外地还有抽烟的人可以看到这个外地没办法到哪里，还有那个国家可以。
She further submitted that proceeds of the crime are not taxable because the proceeds are not known by the state. The government never gets a chance to know them. And that the offense breeds unfair competition to the regulated businesses in the industry. It was her further submission that the offense facilitates other offenses such as money laundering, since the machines are not monitored, and also increases risks to unsuspecting players whose payout, the players, some of those who come to play the game may not be paid. Their payments may not be honored. She also submitted that the offense brings about unregulated behavior among players, making it a possibility for minors to as well engage in the gaming, which is illegal. With those reasons, she prayed for a deterrent sentence for the convict. And also sought court for a forfeiture order. Forfeiture. She asked court to grant an order forfeiting the 3 table machines, the fish table machines, the 90 Chinese coin slot machines, and the 6 sacks of assorted spare parts of gaming machines. To the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board for destruction. Citing Section 201 of the Magistrates Court Act. In mitigation, the defense counsel told court. In mitigation, on his behalf, counsel told court that the section cited by the senior state attorney is not applicable, and invited court to address its mind to it. He further submitted that the machines in question belonged to the convict's friend,
这个人要说坏了，说说不行啊，还不行，还有自己。
whom he said is called Chin Lin Zi,
他说这个不是亲人自己，
who left for China,
他不走了，
leaving the machines in the custody of the convicts
他去了一个地方，还有
since 2023,
这个机会，
and that they said
你把这个
person has never returned to Uganda.
他也说这个肉，他去他库存救活这个基金，还没有回来。
Council submitted that ordering for destruction of the equipment will amount to punishing an innocent party since Z is not party.
还有刚才说的这些都带走，因为他给我那个老师给你个基金，他们是对的，公平，他们有心理有问题，可以还有不行，还有不行，给一个这些给他带走。
Mr. Lubogo further submitted that the convict has been on remand and invited the court to consider the period the convict has been on remand
还有他就说你在我比较多时间，还有没有什么东西可以的，在那都是。
to be sufficient for him to have reformed
还有说他们现在一般的问题，还有这个不能考虑，
and learnt a lesson.
还有现在这个你的问题，还有没有下一个？
Council submitted that during the period the convict has been on remand, he has lost business income
说嘛，你什么时候你才知道？都公司还有你的沟通，他说
and he's a family man with a wife and 2 children
你有没有参加？
for whom he fends.
还有老婆。
With those reasons, Council invited court to consider sentencing the convict to a non-custodial sentence.
还有因为我给你一个是不是现在
Okay, so as submitted by the state attorney,
按这个美国的国家说，
offences of making gaming or betting machines available for use by the public
说你给这个问题公司给到的话，
without a license
还有那个
are on the rise in this country.
现在做太多人给我这个问题，说什么没这个权利。
The offences pose severe dangers. They cause severe dangers.
求问还有是下一个在做人给
including no player protection. The players are not protected.
还有是你未来一个人自己，你有没有这个责任？我就说对了，我把你什么什么，是你为了自己，你为了别人，你说你骗人的钱。
High risks of financial fraud. High risks of financial fraud.
还有说，如果是给六万钱，人6万钱。
Severe mental health impacts. Severe mental health impacts.
还有说有人住的地方，我这个机如果那个机器明白了吗？还有可能我这个机器可能用不钱，也感觉不好。
And direct links to organized crime. and violence.
还有这个说一些外人，
The offences also occasion loss of revenue to the government.
还有我这个我那个这个这些为了你的人，还有国家做了1块钱到那个包括里，还有收了1块钱。
Therefore, there is need to cut them down to protect society and save government from revenue loss. This can be achieved through imposing deterrent sentences to offenders. In this case, however, I did note that the convict is a first-time offender. He appears remorseful. He appears to have learned from his mistake. In addition, the convict has been on remand since the 21st day of January 2026. A period I consider enough to help him reform. Based on the said reasons, I found a sentence of a fine, non-custodial sentence, most appropriate in the circumstances. And with those reasons, the convict is sentenced as follows. The law under which he is charged and convicted provides a maximum fine of 900,000 Uganda shillings. The convict is sentenced to an imprisonment. The convict is sentenced to a fine of 800,000 Uganda shillings only. You want to repeat that? $800,000 Uganda shillings. In default, if he doesn't pay the 800,000 Uganda shillings, the convict will serve an imprisonment term of 1 year. So what I mean, Mr. Serioto, is that the punishment is either he pays 800,000 Uganda shillings, or if he doesn't have that money, he goes in prison for 1 year. Okay. In the event the convict serves the custodial sentence, in the event
So that
the convict serves the custodial sentence,
the
the period he has been on remand should be deducted from that custodial sentence. And that means that period should be deducted from 1 year. If he has no money and he has to serve the 1 year's imprisonment term, prison should deduct the whole period he has been on remand from that punishment of 1 year, and he serves the balance.
他说有两个问题，还有一个办法以前100,700块钱，差不多我看人民还有人民的钱，还有给咱们说1年还有要是时间在是吧？差不多是。
The 3 fish tables, this is another please. The 3 fish table machines,
还有上面是在说的机器人，上面那个机器，
90 Chinese coin slot machines,
就把它请那个盒子。
gaming equipment that was packed in 6 sacks,
还有你的东西在上面6个包，
and all other gaming related items
还有别的东西，外面的公司，
which were seized from the convicts' premises
这个东西他们在做的，在你的家，这个他们说全部的东西在你的家，什么事？
which are held
他现在说你的全部的东西在你的各个的东西他们带走了，现在你说你全部怎么办？一个他说他要回家带走，就说还有他的现在他说什么事？
held by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Boards used in committing the offense in this case,
全部的东西是为了你现在在家，怎么办？
are forfeited to the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board, are forfeited. So the board will take them. That's what I'm ordering.
他说这个东西全部他没有带走。
Are forfeited to the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board, and that's in accordance to section 201 of the Magistrates 2011 of the Magistrates Courts Act, and the board may deal with them as necessary.
他说这个机器要给一个顾客的，就把这个东西他们不给你他们上场不行，要给他提的是全部把顾客的
So you have a right about me. If you're not happy,
说你感觉说不是那个方面，他说你可以，可以说这个说。
What's the pressure?
Thank you very much.
welcome.
I don't know whether we can access the photo engagement online or check on
You can, if you're linked to the case, you can go there and
Thank you
access
very much.
it. You're welcome.
And how do we effect payments? Yes,
So with ICMIS, you, as long as I think when you know the case number, you imagine. I am really doing your job, this man. But the systems officer, the IT officer, Pius, who sits just there near the lawyer's office, should help you with this.
Thank you very much.
We will see the money
Thank you very much.
on this system, and then prison will release him. That
Thank you very much. Greetings, everyone. This afternoon.
have a good one too. Cancer is human. Judges have parents, have children.
That's nice.
Because my mom has been critically
I know.
ill.
But the blessing.
He has spent this, you know, when someone's mother is in ICU and she comes to office, you know, it's something. But she's much better now.
Katongo Robert, Wiga John, and Wamanya Farouk.
Muzare. Simon Muzare, sir. Yeah, I didn't write your judgment. I needed more time, which I didn't have on me. And I want to apologize to you. And to Nema, I didn't write that judgment. I wrote for Lee because he was on leave, on what? On remand. So I weighed the two and I wrote one, which one is on remand. And I had to write his sentence, so yours will come later since you're on bail. But I don't mean that you should keep walking to court. No. Not to Trump. And give you a date, but yesterday I don't know what happened. I forgot. So, I want to give you the 23rd of January.
Yes, 28 pages of
I need to read it with your too many submissions.
28.
28 pages of submissions from Simon. I need